And Deep remembers that it is possible to draw squares from the three sides of a right-angled triangle, and finding the area of each square is possible by squaring each length. So for example, 6 squared is 36, 8 squared is 64. But that largest square, the one formed from the hypotenuse of the triangle, has an area equal to the sum of the two smaller squares. So 36 plus 64 equals 100. And so the area of that square is 100 centimeters squared. And Deep's final piece of advice is that you can square root the area of a square to calculate the length of its side. And so for the largest square, square rooting 100 gives 10. The length of the hypotenuse is therefore 10 centimeters. Sam then queries whether it is possible to calculate the length of side labelled A using the same method. Pause here to think about or discuss how the side labelled H centimetres on the left is different from the side labelled A centimetres on the right. The side labelled H centimetres is the hypotenuse. We know this because it is opposite the right angle. And so the area of the square formed from the hypotenuse is the sum or addition of the two other squares. 81 plus 144 is 225 centimetres squared. And as always, the square root of the area of a square gives you the length of one side of that square. And so the square root of 225 is 15. 15 centimetres is the length of that hypotenuse. However, here, on this diagram, we know the length of the hypotenuse of that triangle is 13 centimetres. The area of the square formed from it is 13 squared, or 169 centimetres squared. The side labelled A centimetres is not the hypotenuse. It is one of the two shorter sides. Because we know the area of the square from the hypotenuse is the sum of the other two areas, we have 169. The area of the hypotenuse is equal to the area of that bottom square, 144, plus the area of square A, which we do not currently know. How can we find the area of square A? We don't know the length of its side, and the square isn't the hypotenuse, so we can't add together the areas of the other two squares. But what we can do is solve the equation that we just wrote. How can we do this? Well, we can subtract 144 from both sides to make the area of square A equal to 25. Rather than adding when finding the area of the hypotenuse, the area of one of the smaller squares is found from subtracting or finding the difference between the area of the other two squares, the area of the largest square from the hypotenuse and the area of the other smaller square. And as always, the length of the side of a square is found by square rooting the area of that square. So the square root of 25 is 5. 5 centimetres being the length of one side of that square, and also the shorter side of that triangle. Right, let's see if you can apply this information in this check. Which of these calculations is correct when trying to find the area of that smaller square B? Pause now to look through all of these options. The correct answer is 1,681, take away 1,600. But why? Which of these explanations is correct? Pause to choose the correct one. We have a subtraction because square B is the square from one of the shorter sides of the triangle, not from the hypotenuse. And now we know the calculation to find the area of square B. How can we find the length of one of its sides, B centimetres? Pause to follow through the two correct calculations. We know from the previous check that the correct area is 1,681, take away 1,600, which is 81. The area of square B is 81 centimetres squared. To find the length of square B, I square root that area. So square root of 81 is 9, and so the length B is 9 centimetres long. It is the length of the shortest side of that triangle. For this check, in the order A, then B, then C, match the value to its missing side length or area. Pause now to look through all three parts of this question. For A, 16 squared is 256. For B, since it is a smaller triangle, since the square root is not opposite the right angle, I subtract the other two areas. So 256 that we got from part A, take away 60 equals 196. For C, I then square root that same area, and so the square root of 196 is 14. Brilliant. On to the practice. For question 1, find the area of every unlabelled square. Pause now to do this. And for question 2, by drawing on any missing squares first and finding the areas of any square that doesn't have its area already labelled, find the length of each side that is labelled with a letter. Pause now to do all of this for question 2. And here are the answers for question 1. Pause now to compare your answers to the ones that are on screen. And similar again for question 2. Pause here to match your answers with these ones.